Hello, am I audible, visible? Acha, so today's video is going to be very special because it's the very happy birthday. Okay, happy birthday, Mr. Stephen Dujari, sir. He is from United Nations. Mr. Stephen Dujari, the chief spokesperson, he is from United Nations. Okay, so once again, happy birthday, sir. My name is Marjit Banerjee. I'm basically from India. Actually, what is it's like I have exposure of United Nations, okay, because my grandfather, he was even posted over there way back. That time India was actually a closed economy, and he was mainly from audit and accounts, okay, and then special deputation to US, special deputation to Myanmar, special deputation to our governor house. Okay, I have been to these places at very small age. Okay, I've been to these places at very small age. Some are professors. Okay, so always I had I had never been to United Nations. Okay, because I am basically the first generation businessman, but I have been to these places. I have, at least they have somehow shaped me from a very small age. We have very senior, respected Piyush Goyal sir, our respected Jaishankar sir, the top, our very honorable Sri Narendra Modi ji, the honorable Prime Minister. So they have even shaped me, trained me in a very subjective way. Although I am actually a businessman, means I am not into government. So I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to the point. So basically, sir, it's like there are three phases. Okay, now what happens is that I'm BJP, means I belong to BJP government. Okay, I belong to BJP government. So the projection, it's like for the next 8 years, 10 years, our BJP government will stay, and by that time I will reach say around 40 years. Then we have the opposition, the Congress government. They will come for 10 to 15 years. Now, people who do not have any fallback option, they generally start, or have some criminal offense, they start flipping from this party to that party, that party to that party. Okay, either they will be prosecuted or something of that sort. But my case is not that. I already have business. How you go for macro micro analysis, how you go for merger and acquisitions, how you go for the catalog macro policies, how you fundamentalize finance. Plus, I am also the All India Economic and Financial Distributor. So we catalyze the private funds, public funds, how we can reciprocate them into the mainstream programs of the government financials. I have many other things to do. So once I'm into this, for next 10 years, BJP will stay, then for 15 years, Congress will come, then again BJP will come. But that is my prime state, 55 years till 70 years. That is actually the place where what will happen, I can, over the years, I have exposure in business, I have exposure in international finance, I have exposure how to round about business, how to make, if someone comes to me to speculate or to diversify one's business, I can do it for them. 5,000 crore, 10,000 crores, up to 10,000 crores, that I can easily scale in India or foreign. So with this much of exposure, then I will write some books. Okay, when I will reach some 55, 60 years, because many people, what happens, they write books at initial stages, and it's not that much fruitful. At that stage, what do you have? You have seen a government, you are into businesses, you know how to scale up finance, you know private finance, public finance, international economy, plus the real ground exposure. Okay, plus you, when you are entering into the government, okay, means politics, there you can actually bring 100 crores, 150 crores. That is the pushback. I'm coming to the point, what I want to say. So what happens is that this phase will go 8, 10 years, this phase will go for 15 years, Congress will come. Still I will make videos for government, because I do not belong to Congress government, nor do I have any intentions of skipping. But ultimately, our country is India. We are all India economic financial distributors. So I can easily make videos for India, irrespective, I will not join. I'm not interested. Then when I reach that 55, 60, 70, means 55 to 70, then I will come into politics with some 100 crores, 150 crores, 200 crores. I can bring people from our steel, methane gasification. We can go to geopolitical arrangement, international finance. I can write up some books. So that is basically the golden period. Okay. So basically, why I said all this, so you are presently standing in the third phase because maybe, sir, your age is 55, 60, 65, 70, and I'm in the first tier. So there is again some 8 to 10 years, 15 years where I will have to wait individually when my party will not be in central government. Okay, after that the golden era will come if I stay alive, of course. So anyways, once again, happy birthday respected Stephen Dureji sir. So that was the basic introduction. Now coming directly to the point, sir, why I am making this video. See, United Nations. Okay, previously when grandfather and all those people were there, that time India was a closed economy. Now it has become a open economy. India, we as Indians, or you can say the diplomatic front, they have very frontal relationship with U.S. government, with our European Union government. We are dealing in European bonds, international monetary finances, international taxations. We are aiming for the United Nations policies, which are actually fundamentalized, downstreamed into the third tier government. Whether you talk about medical associations, farming associations, MSME, orange economy, everything is there. And United Nations, I really want to thank you once again, whatever you have done of, throughout your lifespan for United Nations, for the world peace, everything. It's absolutely great. So I really want to thank you, sir, once again. Now coming to the point. Now see, what is the problem is that some countries are there who are actually dumping products in other countries, because United Nations, we have the world. Previously there was the GATT agreement. Now the service sector is there, so we that has been replaced. Okay, the GATT has been replaced, and World Trade Organization, WTO, we are working on the Uruguay round. So we are actually, if you talk about geopolitics, we are actually working on a very frontal basis with our African nations, the North-North cooperation countries, South-South association countries, geopolitics, international finance, everywhere. Everywhere we are financing. But some uh, countries are there which are actually using the anti-dumping substance. It's not food products, it's non-food products, and these things are installed in our, say, industries, capacitors, transistors. And this is not only the problem with India. If you want to talk about South-South cooperation countries, the poor countries, so they are, even they cannot afford to buy those things, right? So they are also buying those cheap products and using it in their own legume industries. Same problem. We have excellent relationship with US government. The Mercosur blocks, they are also facing similar problem. European Union, England government, we have excellent relations, excellent geopolitics. We are together making huge segmentations in international monetary segmentations. They are also facing the same problem. Cheap products, some countries are there. They are actually dumping it, and these are installed in our own control system. You are such a very honorable person, you can understand, sir, ki when these installations come into any countries, weather modeling system, aviation system, small industries, factories, transistors, the national security surveillance system, our telecom system. So that's a threat, and that's not the passive problems, sir, which we are facing, our friend US government is facing, our friend UK government is facing, our friend the Mercosur blocks, the Africa, with whom we give so much support. We are not dumping products, but some countries are there who are chaining up the whole process and dumping it. Why? Because the Uruguay 14 agenda is not unilaterally enforced. So I have just one very simple thing. I will not elaborate. I will not say do this, do reforms. Everything United Nations, they have done it over years. They have pacified each and every aspect of geopolitics, public welfare, everything they have done. Just one thing, one request I have, sir. Then I think you are so much experienced, you have so experienced people with you, you are in a very better position to take the final call and decision. But that is my request. What is that request? See, now I told you what is the problem with this segmentations. So it's largely 80 to 90% of the silicon base, diode, triode, what the plutoning that they are doing, all those things, this silicon base. So every country is facing national security threats, sir. So they are what they want to make their semiconductor base in their own country, or they want to go for exports or imports with those countries with whom they have very standard relations, safe relations, because ultimately it's going to hamper weather modeling, national security, each and every aspect, industries, India's growth process, US growth process. It's not only about fiscal deficit, sir. It's something inbuilt which has been implanted in our system, and it's blocking any country's progression. It's providing threat to the security surveillance. It's providing threat to national security protocols, and ultimately these will induce digital terrorism, financial problems. So what I suggest, sir, ki the critical mineral plants every country they will make, or they will import or export with countries with whom they have official good relationship. Okay, please make, if there is one board, then I want ki no single country should control the entire supply chain of what, of oil, one, of the critical minerals, and third, the rare earth minerals. That is my only thing which I want. Why I am saying so, I will just be to the point. Few months back, you will see, sir, ki all those Middle East countries, okay, someone bombarding on the petrol, someone bombarding on the refinery, someone bombarding on the oil rigs. But let me be specific, sir. You have designed United Nations for so many long years. Do you specifically think if two to three countries they store 90% of oil, but it's beyond any country, it's a universal asset. Once you initiate one board, or if it is there, once you operationalize it and take oil as a universal asset, all these bombarding, your rupee dollar variations, all those things will go. We can induce sovereign bonds, all the oil fluctuations can be well tackled. So I want ki on universal level, mm, please make one board who will look up after the oil segmentation. Second, the steel, the plutonium, the silicon carbide, the critical minerals. That also you take. Suppose I say you ki India, suppose ki India owns 90% of the critical minerals, but do you think ki, does it really belong to India? I do not think so, sir. I think it's a universal asset. Every country who wants to buy silicon or oil from for their national purpose, they will buy it from a federation. They will not buy it from one single country. That monopoly should go. Otherwise, what will happen? This security problem which has been installed, firstly, that needs to be removed under proper Quality and Accreditation Act that is there, that countries can do. If you do not form one international federation, so ultimately, even if the countries they set up their own semiconductor chain, value chain systems, they go for exports, they need to buy it from one single country, and their whole purpose will get drained. Whatever amount product they want, they will buy it from the international federation. OPEC, the oil producing countries, they are least interested. They are there to maximize value of oil. I am also into oil. Okay, they are there to maximize value of oil. They are not there to protect oil. Maximum utilization, maximum profit, and those countries that only have oil, how I will diversify my galvanization to non-oil economy. That is their only mindset. That will not do, sir. You will have to form one federation who will take care of the entire oil. I'm not taking to take it, but you have proper assessment which countries where you will get what amount of oil. If they want to, if any country on monthly basis, yearly basis, quarterly basis, they want to buy oil or semiconductors, calcium carbide or whatever, pentonite, whatever things they want, they will buy it from the federation which is made by United Nations or any international board. So the autonomy will go. Once the autonomy will go, sir, every country whom we are associated with, we can make proper semiconductor, EV, diode, triode, enhancement of the industries, our thermostat segmentations, mass aerial aviation, and every national security protocols. Plus, we can import or export within the safe, friendly countries. That autonomy should go, sir. Otherwise, it's impossible. It means it's going to, for few countries who create this problem, uh, it's going to be a huge problem. And the last thing, the last example which I want to give, if I want to talk about Antarctica, say, suppose. So, do you think, sir, ki Antarctica there are some frozen segmentations where our genes for medical or biomedical or other research job they are protected? Now tell me, sir, do you really feel it belongs to any country? No, it's a universal asset like our critical minerals, like our oil economy, which can actually reciprocate a higher fundamental value because these things are limited. They are like fossil fuels. Once they run out forever. So if you take oil under your federation, all the Middle East, there all those bombing and bombarding and raising oil prices and igniting inflation, and all those problems will go. Whatever countries want, they can buy it from the federation, and then they can. It will come to the LPG, LNG, oil tanker, FPSO, ATS, everything. Then they can process and work accordingly. The rupee dollar effective exchange rate will be standardized. Second, this critical minerals, whoever country wants, Asian, we, Indians, US government, our European Union, whoever wants, they can buy it from the federation. One country will not, can or should not control the entire supply chain system. Otherwise, all those problems will come. Other problems are there: inverted duty structure, hydro rigging, segmentations. I'm not going into all those things. Okay, specifically, countries can. Okay, that is different. I think that is the best way to resolve this problem. I have nothing more to say. I think everything I have said, and I think it will catalyze higher fundamental value. Thank you, sir. Happy birthday once again. Smarajit Banerjee, Neil.